How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy
Alright.
you're here.
Always
Finally
happy
made
to,
it.
happy to be here. Happy to be
No,
here,
we
man.
made it. We made
Yeah.
it. So, I mean, again, welcome to the Haven.
Yes.
So, for those that don't know you, my boy, tell them who you are, man.
For the ones that they don't know me, the name is Pyron.
Okay.
As an artist, my normal name is Eugene.
Yeah.
But as an artist, most people know me by Pyron. I'm an Afro electronic DJ for in that genre for now I think 5 years, 6 years, and I'm a DJ in total for 10 years.
Ah, interesting, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, so let's say, damn, after 10 years, how would you describe your sound? You know, because I feel like with that amount of time,
Yeah,
I would say, built your craft. You've given yourself an identity.
yeah.
So, how would you describe your sound?
My sound I would describe as surprising, because every set, like some DJs, they like to reuse their sets, especially when they have like a lot of gigs on the same day. But I always try to make like a new set for every event that I have. So always surprising. Also renewing, because I also try to find sounds or tracks that people haven't heard yet, or like productions that people haven't heard yet, because that's what I like.
Yeah.
So I always try to find the niche, the things that are like not hyped but still in that same genre.
Yeah.
So that's basically like what I would describe my sound, and also like it has grown, like it has matured. So from like just playing everything,
Yeah. Yeah. To kind of like
to like just
narrowing it down.
for,
Yeah.
for what do I like, and how do I like to present my sound, how do I craft it, how do I build my sets, and also like motivating like the sets that I build. You have to come there, you have to listen, you have to be an open-minded person to come to my sets as well.
Yeah.
That's what I recommend to be. But also you're gonna leave motivated, because I also like to use certain vocals that are like uplifting, inspiring, that you will hear later on today. So yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's,
man.
it's dope.
We're excited for it, man. We're excited. So, tell us a little bit, man, because again, like you said, you had to, as time went on, you had to narrow down your type of music.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to you painting this picture for the crowd, how do you want them to feel? Because again, sometimes I see DJs as storytellers, because I feel like music is deep.
Yes.
And especially our sound is kind of sometimes, again, it's more of a feeling. So how would you want people to feel after coming to a Pyron set?
I want them to feel free, mostly.
Yeah.
To just without worry, because like the day-to-day life is it's a lot, especially in this time and age.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Like the people are asking a lot of you as a person. So when you come to my set, I want you to just, even if it's just for 1 hour, 2 hours, to just forget about those troubles, worries. Just be in the moment, enjoy, be free, and accepting of others, of course, all the time. That's how I want you to feel. And then afterwards, you can just see what you have to do. But in that brief moment, you just have to feel liberated or something. Yeah.
I feel like there are like moments where, especially that you guys have, that is always like an imprint. So, like, do you remember the first time you ever played for a crowd? How do you feel personally? How I feel like obviously it's the first time, so there was some level of intimidation about it if you're not like a crowd person. But again, how did that make you feel the first time you played for a crowd?
Yeah, like it's like I have like two moments when I first played for a crowd. Like the very first time that I played for a crowd, it was like in the sports canteen for like a party of like somebody's birthday at the sport club.
Yeah.
Because I was like the guy with the boombox on the field, like just playing the music, just riding my bike, coming on the court, music playing from the back. Like I had no headphones, or I had a headphone. It just depends what the mood was. music blasting. I came on, they were like, "Oh, dope music," and I was like, "Yeah, of course, of course." I was not even focused on being a DJ at that point, but they were like, "Hey, you have like a dope sound, and I have a birthday party. I booked the canteen. Can
Yeah.
you just play music for us?" And I was like, I can do that. Like, let's see. Like, of course I was nervous because I never played for a crowd. I was like, are they really gonna enjoy the whole time hours that I'm gonna be playing? But they did. They actually enjoyed it, and they were like, "You have to play at all the parties at at the club here." And I was like, "Okay, cool, no problem. I can do that." And then after that, I started working in the club, like the normal clubs.
Yeah.
As a barback, like just carrying cans and sodas and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And all the DJs were playing all the time. Like, and I was always like busy working, but I was also looking like, what are they doing?
What are they doing?
And they know because this was like a proper set, like no big CDJs, like
the whole setup.
the whole setup. They had the whole setup there, and I was like at home with like the small like
The beginner one.
the beginner one, and I was like, shit, hey, that looks dope, man. That looks dope. So sometimes my boss was like, hey, bro, you have to work. Like, and I was like, okay, cool. And then at some point, because you work in the club, you talk to the promoters all the time because they be hanging out after, and you are also, of course, there. You have a chat.
Yeah.
And then at some point, I was like, hey, would you like me to open up one of your parties, even if it's on a Thursday, nobody's here? Like, then can I just open up? And they were like, at some point, they were like, okay, cool, just do it.
Yeah, man.
And that's the first time that I played.
I feel like, especially in a now, okay, we're talking about a DJ, but I feel like in every field, you know, people have to be okay with, you know, also doing the groundwork. You know, it's and sometimes it's just watching. Sometimes it's just say, you know what, bro, give me an hour. You know, let me open up for you.
Yeah.
You know, let me, you know, take time. You know, and because at the end of the day, I feel like opening an event for a DJ, I don't want to call it a nightmare, but it's one of those difficult times because you're playing music for either the crowd that hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah. You're most likely playing for like an empty room, or your five friends,
or the five people that just came, came to support you,
and the bar team. Those are your only crowds most of the time.
But
and,
did that kind of thing ever make you question yourself, like why are you doing this, you know? Or let me just say, apart from that, but has there been moments where you were like, bro, am I even cut out for this?
Not really. Like, for me, it was just the fun that I had. For me, being a DJ, why I decided to be a DJ was also because I had this whole collection of music on my laptop, on my hard drive at home, for just basically for me to listen to. Like, Lime, I don't know if you know LimeWire. Back in the day, LimeWire illegal downloads on YouTube. Like, you had nothing, you just downloaded everything, all the cookies, all the viruses and shit. So you just downloaded it, and then I just had like a whole collection of like all types of music. Basically for me to listen to. And I was like always listening to music, vibing, feeling great. And then at some point I was like, hey, I want to be a DJ so I can actually share this moment that I have by myself in my room with like people around me as well. And people around me was also already being like, oh yeah, you have dope music, you have to do something with it. So I was like, you know what? Let me just take some lessons all the way in Eindhoven, like far.
Oh,
like,
so you did take lessons?
I did take lessons because I knew a little bit about beat matching and all that stuff, but it wasn't really great. Like I didn't really pay attention.
That's quite interesting, because when you look at it, it's that kind of thing where you have invested the time, like you have done the groundwork, and it's beautiful to see, because I feel like, again, you still have those people who are self-taught.
Yeah.
But I also feel like when someone takes that dedication to understand and say, okay, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And because I like it, because at the end of the day, you can invest the time and the bread in it, but it doesn't mean it's going to work out. But you do it anyways.
You would do it anyway.
So that's quite interesting, and it's really nice to see, because 10 years later, you're not where you were when you started, you know.
No, definitely not.
And now the gigs come in, people now like what you do. People say, hey, yo, you're looking for high energy, you want something different, you want this, you want that. Hey, this is the guy to go to.
Yeah.
So that is I would say
Yeah, in the
it's
beginning,
interesting
in the
to
beginning, it didn't start out like that. In the beginning, it was just me, maybe like three friends that
Yeah.
were like always there, mostly just drinking and being drunk.
yeah.
I was there just playing music, and at first I played in a lounge, so like everybody was just doing shisha and
chilling, and then you're there
shisha
playing.
chilling and everything, and everybody was like getting drunk at some point, almost near closing, and everybody was drunk, and everybody was like, oh yeah, play this song, play. So that was like. So those were the times when you actually like do the hours. You play like for hours on end, 3 hours general most of the time, 3 hour sets in the lounge, which is long, especially when you're just starting out. You're just starting to learn all the ins and outs of the set. But it actually really helps. Like what I sometimes see is people don't do the work anymore in this age. Like people just know how to manage social media.
Yeah.
And after they know how to do that, they get booked. But they forget that you have to do the grinding and the full nerd mode in the
work.
the nerd mode by yourself, just practicing transitions all the time for hours on end, playing for almost no people or for 3 hours on end. Like just do the work. And now people are great at social media, and now you see that is mostly what you need to be a DJ. And back in the day, it was like you just need either a great following, so you have an organic following, or you have to actually be really good at what you did.
Oh, man.
So that shift it's interesting to see. It's interesting to see.
Man, that's nice, man. That's nice. So let's talk about the Hangout Haven, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the Hangout Haven.
Yes.
Again, we were on a call where we kind of spoke about our concept, what we wanted to create, how we wanted to create it, who, the type of people that we wanted on. But man, tell me, man, how did you feel when we kind of explained the whole project to you, and that we wanted you to come on?
Yeah.
And so how did that make you feel? How after the call we had?
Yeah. First of all, thanks for the call. Thanks for reaching out.
Yeah.
But when you explained your concept, I was like, oh, this is dope. Like this is just a place where people can just, first of all, can come together to just hang out. It's a daytime event, so most of the elders among us, they can be like, hey, I can be at home on time, and they still go to work. And I had a good day. And for the other people, DJs in particular or content creators, they have a place or something where they can do their craft and actually make content that's in good quality. And post and share and just show themselves to promoters, bookers, event organizers, like all those people. Which is great. It's a great concept.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Feel like there is more when you do stuff together, man. You can only go so far alone. You can only go so far alone, and then when you have people, or when you decide to do it as a collective, then the sky is only the starting point, man.
Yes.
The sky is only the starting point. So that's pretty much why we decided to do this, because for us it's super important that we do it together.
Yes.
We do it together, and me and my other co-organizer, again, we could have done it individually, separately, but we're doing it together. And here we are. There was, I could tell you, even when we started this thing 4 years ago, we didn't even know it was going to be. I promise you, man. I promise you. This whole thing started from. This whole thing started from just guys that went to a festival. And wanted to have a good time.
Yes.
That's how
great
Afroversion was born. That is how the Hangout here was born. It's just so, because what I can say about me and my people is, we know how to have quality time.
It's important.
So between us, we would have good times together, and when people came and they were hanging out with us, they felt the same energy. It was like, nah, man, you guys So always we're like, hey, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then the next year was, hey, are you guys not doing anything? Are you guys not doing anything? So it's more of that kind of thing where people want you to create a space for them to hang out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we just say, you know what, let's do it. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
man.
Let's create that space. We can come chill. Here I don't think there's an obligation. Just relax, have fun.
Yes.
That's the goal.
Great.
That's the goal, man.
Great concept.
So tell me, man, when you, during your creative process, let's say you get a booking
Yeah.
and it's time for you to get the set ready.
Yes.
What's your creative process like? Like in terms of you choosing your music, understanding or knowing, okay, when do I play, the top dogs, or just tell us how your creative process is like.
The creative process for me is, first it started out slow because the hardest part in creating a set for me is, maybe others don't have that problem, but for me it's like finding that first track that you're gonna play to open the set.
Really?
It really, because that first track dictates basically the rest of the set.
Okay.
And that basically tells you like, okay, this is the starting point, and from here we go this certain type of way. But every track that you put in first, and then you build like 2-3 tracks, and then you're like, it doesn't sound right, then you just scrap all it, and then you find a new first track, and then you start building again, trying to find that perfect flow. And that's the hardest part, but because the moment you have the path going, then it's just easy. And then it just depends, like, okay, how long do I play? How long is the set that I'm making?
In a scenario where you now have to improvise, because at the end of the day, you have pre-planned the set.
Yeah.
You have thought about it, and boom, I'm gonna play this.
Yeah.
You go on, you start playing, but then let's just say, the crowd is not feeling it. Say,
Possible.
What happens?
Possible.
What happens there? Then do you switch, or do you stick to what you're doing?
No. Like what I do, like I said, like the hardest part is finding the first track, but that doesn't mean that the whole path is already paved,
Mapped out.
mapped out. Like there's always room for improvement or improvisation, improv. So I'm mostly, I depends on how long the set is. I prepare like half of it, like the first 20 minutes or something of the hour set that I maybe have to do, because I already know that if I have the first 20 minutes mapped out and the energy is going, then after that we just go with the flow. We just see like, okay, what track am I gonna play next? What do I think? What do I improvise? Like, okay, this is gonna fit. What do the people want? Do I see the people moving? Do I see them missing out on something? Then,
man, that's good, man.
Then you just bring it in. Then you let's play this track. Then this track. Then I know this track. Then it starts flowing. Then it's like more a conversation between you and the crowd. Of like, okay, yeah, this dope. And then they tell you, like, they just show you that's dope. And then you're gonna be like, all right, we're on a good track right here. And then you just put in another one, and then you start building. So like you have like the first road you have cleared, and then you have like the spider web of like options to go through depending on what the crowd really wants.
No, man, that's interesting. And so, but let's talk more about you, and let's just say future aspirations.
Yeah.
Because now you find yourself where, you know your craft, so you know what you can do, you know the type of energy you can bring. Are there, let's say, events, festivals that, let's say you're building your ways, like, I need to be there, or are there, some other DJs that you would like to collaborate with?
Oh, that's dope. DJs that I would like to collaborate with, or at least be on the same lineup with, which would be amazing. It's like Lala Toxin, amazing artist. So being on the lineup with him. Of course, Black Coffee is like a bucket list thing to be on the same lineup as him, but it's not necessary for me. I've seen him play. I know his craft. It's dope.
Yeah.
But for me, it's not like I need to be on the same lineup as him. If it happens, amazing.
Yeah.
But it's not that I really need to be there, because what I play and how I play it is different than he plays, basically. So
facts. Yeah.
So if it's gonna match on the lineup on the event that's being curated all the time around him, I'm not entirely sure. It would be dope. I'm not sure. But if I have to say like other DJs, Galatoxin of course, Taxin, dope.
Taxin, they are.
Napa, Cairo.
Cairo, yeah.
Because the sound that I play is more.
It's towards
it's
their
more towards there.
Yeah.
That than the actual kind of music type of sound.
Yeah.
But in the stages, like when I started, I always had like Tomorrowland on my bucket list thing, like to play there on one of those big stages.
Yeah,
That's
Tomorrowland is one of the biggest stages.
one of the biggest stages, but also like the production around it, like how the stage is built, amazingly done.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. And then after that, you have like the other insane places, like Burning Man in America. You have Ultra Music. You have, of course, Cunha in Africa.
Cunha 2. Yeah, Cunha 2 is a dope organization. Yeah.
Very nice.
Because I think it was last year, I had my first Cunha experience. I had my first Cunha experience, and it was in Spain. And mind you, I was coming from a place where, of course, I've heard Afro House, I've heard about this genre that is coming hot, and the only Afro House I had listened prior, was the Portuguese type of Afro House. So I was still shaky. I was like, the music is good, but I would give it, good 1 hour. After that, I'm tired. So that was my idea.
Yeah.
So boom, we go to this event festival, and then it was the first day was a Cunha experience.
Yeah.
And the set started. You had different DJs, and then Shimza came on.
Shimza, damn. Yep.
And then Shimza came on.
He's a wizard behind the decks.
And after it didn't take long, man. It was 10 minutes into his set. And I tapped my guy and I was like, yo, bro, who is this guy?
Yes.
I was like, who is this guy? He is blowing my mind, man.
Yeah.
So that was just, and it was a 3-day festival. That was when I was like, there is something in house music. There's something in house music. There's something there. There's something in Afro tech. It's a feeling, bro.
Yes,
it's a feeling because
it is.
I mean, there are people that sometimes they'll be like, "Yo, you crazy? How can you go when you're listening to instrumentals?" I'm like, bro, if you don't feel it, you wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
So like, it's that kind of thing.
That's the whole point. Like, first of all, when you first listen as a person to music, it's probably either in a language that you already understand, but most of the time it's like in English and you speak Dutch, or it's like in a different language than you normally speak with your parents. So you do not understand.
And most of the time, even the songs, we really don't know.
You don't really know what they say.
Unless it's an English speaker or,
Right. So really most of the time for you, it's like, you listen to just the production of like the track, and the vocals is just noise for you sometimes. And because you do not know what they're saying. So you listen to instrumentals first. And then afterwards, when you grow older, then you are like, oh yeah, I understand what they're saying. Oh, I understand the message and everything. So then your perspective maybe switches a little bit, but instrumentals is still how it starts out.
Exactly.
So for me, it's like, of course I can listen to instrumentals. I did that when I was a baby as well. So of course I can do that.
Exactly.
What is the difference now that I'm a grown man now, you know?
Yeah. But anyways, no, just again talking about like the Hangout Haven, I feel like you came on and to be honest, like, you're one of the pioneers. You were there. You are here when it's starting. So I wanted to ask, man, especially when it concerns the culture.
Yeah.
Why do you think a platform like the Hangout Haven is important when it comes to, like, we growing the music, we pushing the culture forward? Why do you think it's important? Because I want to feel like one of the reasons you came on board is also because you felt like it's something that was good.
Yeah.
So in your opinion, why do you think it's important?
Why it's important is basically because it's like a small space where where it's easier to have a matured ear and like to as a DJ or an artist, especially when you're just starting out in your craft, you can just experiment with like sounds. You do not have to play the most popular songs at that point in time just to entertain the crowd. You can just start out with like a small crowd, do what you like to do, see how people move, make your mistakes even, and learn from people that are also there on the decks spinning. You can network, you can talk with people, you can basically like do what you normally do in big events with like the big crowd, big lights and everything, which is like most of the time sometimes overwhelming, especially when you're just starting. But you can do that now here in a smaller setting where also the same people are still coming. Like you have the creatives, you have the you have like the videographers, you have the podcast makers, you have like just people that are already in the scene, but now they are here in a smaller setting, so easier accessible, easier to talk to. So and I cannot lie, because it's a daytime event. When you start here, like most of the time, everybody's still sober, everybody's still fresh,
looking good, looking nice.
So you don't have to worry about like, oh shit, oh damn, it's like 4 o'clock. I'm all messed up. I'm all messed up. I worked. Now I have to talk to this photographer or I have to talk to this organizer, which is like probably way too busy. And he's like, do not bother me right now. I'm busy. It's like 1 more hour and then I can go home. I don't need to sleep. I'm tired. Like now it's like you can talk to them and they are like, oh yeah, of course. Let's see. Let's connect. So that's why I think this is a great concept.
Thank you, man.
That's why I think it's a great concept.
Thank you so much. So yeah, back to you, man. So what advice would you give to someone, because again you have a lot of experience, I want to think you've seen it all. So what advice would you give to someone who wants to start, who is thinking of starting, DJing, playing music, entertaining? What advice would you give them?
There's like this little playbook that, because of course I'm doing this for 10 years now, and I've made my proper mistakes. But with those mistakes, I can also tell people like, first, just be a nerd about it. Be a nerd about the set. Practice until you're like thinking you've practiced enough, and then practice some more. Just do that first. Then find a way that works for you, to network with people, to talk to them. If it's like sending them a DM, make sure that you send not just like a hey or
a proper message.
A proper message of like who you are, what you want to do, and what they need from you to be sure that you can play where you want to play. Also, when you're getting booked and you see that it's moving, do not listen to the first person that says, I want to be your manager. Don't do that. Only do it when you have like so many gigs, so many bookings, and so little time to manage all of that. Make sure that you have like, oh, can I do these 2 bookings on the same day? Is it planning wise, is that correct? Make sure that you have like the good friend group around you that's motivating you. Also pushing you in the moments when you're like having too much fun on the after party, and they're gonna be like,
man,
it was dope, but we gotta go, and they are like dragging you out, even though you're saying like, no, we can still stay, but they're gonna be like, you have a gig tomorrow, we moving.
Let's go.
Like, but that's also important, very important, to have like the good friend group, to make sure that they support you in your craft, to check you out, of course, at the event, but also after. Through that's always that's
crazy,
very smart.
I feel like people sometimes they forget the fact that there is some planning behind it. And when the gigs start coming, people sometimes they just focus on, man, this gig, okay, this X amount of money, that one is X amount of money. So in their head they've already done the math, so it's like, I can do it, but then physically they cannot do it. And so that's good. That's good to know, bro. It's at the end of the day, get someone when it's too much to handle. Get someone that can give you a hand.
Yes, and especially when the moment you slam the big gig, like the big event, like either a festival or in a space like Paradiso, so you already know it's gonna be sold out, big names on the lineup. Then maybe ask for some advice.
Yeah, man. So Yeah, just to conclude, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, we've heard your artistry. I know for sure speaks for itself.
Yeah.
And so for someone who's watching and they would like to be in touch, like to be in contact, how is the best way to get in touch with you, bro?
On my Instagram, you will find my email to either send me an email.
Yeah. What was your Instagram, by the way?
My Instagram, pyron.dj. Pyron.dj, you can find me there.
Yeah.
If you just type Pyron, it's probably the first.
It pops up.
The first one that pops
So
up
nice.
because it's a very rare name. So that's pretty dope. So that's where you can find me. You can shoot me a DM and then we can just talk.
Okay. Perfect,
Always
man.
open to work.
That's interesting. So on your Instagram, you will get both the DMs, and then on the Instagram as well, you have your email.
Yeah.
And they can just shoot you an email.
Yeah.
I mean, that's dope. That's dope. So, thanks you again for coming.
Of course.
Welcome to the Haven.
Yeah, man.
I hope let's have fun, man.
Let's have fun.
Let's enjoy.
Yes.
All right. Say less.